top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your...
Yo, what is up, y'all? What is up? And it's me, Keen. We're back. We're in the building with another episode of the 7200 podcast. And as always, I got my guy, Coach Donte. What's going on, Coach?
What's going on? Just chilling. Another podcast, another day, another football Monday.
You know, it's always overreaction Monday, and I'm sure we're going to get into the shenanigans of what we call the week 4 of the NFL, and we got 2 games on tonight, which is stupid. I don't know why we get 2 Monday night games, but we got the Jets and the Dolphins. Who put this on TV? Who put this on primetime TV? And then also we got the Bengals in Denver to round up week 1 of the NFL. But let's talk about some headline news. There's like a lot of injuries going on with the Ravens, Donte. They lost 3 people to injuries. Roquan Smith, he's out with injuries. He's going to be missing some weeks. And then we got Marlon Humphreys. He's going to be missing some weeks. He worried about his podcast and worried about covering folks. He's going to be missing some weeks. And then they put, who's that, Metabuke? I think I'm saying his name right. They put him on the IR. He's missing. And now Lamar Jackson is possibly going to be out too, as well as a hamstring. So since we're segueing into the Ravens and the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs, are they now in panic mode, you think, Donte? Is Baltimore in panic mode? What happened over these last couple games? They have been struggling. What is the deal with Baltimore?
Well, again, the deal with Baltimore is the defense. The defensive side of the ball has not been great, and that's been from the first opening day game, pretty much when they had on all the way to these last 2 games. Their defense can't get off the field when it matters the most. Derrick Henry fumbling the ball. You got injuries all combined, but their defense has been a very good disappointment. A very disappointment. Their defense known to get off the field and be a ferocious defense and stop people. Their defense just not have done that at all.
Derrick Henry with the fumbling issue. Lamar Jackson with his body language. This is not the Baltimore Ravens we're used to seeing. You know, they're usually, completely sound. They're more known for their defense than their offense. But talk about Derrick Henry and him fumbling for the last, 3 weeks now, whenever it seems like, right when the momentum gets them, boom, here comes the fumble. Is that something that can be fixed? Is it mental right now with Derrick Henry? Why do you think he's having these issues?
I mean, it's mental, but I think it's something you could fix. I think it's always something you can fix. I mean, one thing a coach hates is you fumbling the football, and especially how you fumble it and where you fumbling it at. I believe that's a big issue, but I think it could be fixed. But that's something that's mental right now, and it's part of all of the Ravens struggles. I mean, the Ravens, like against the Lions and against the Bills, they were able to put up points. I mean, they've been able to put up points, but the problem is this defense is not showing up at all.
I mean, the Lions lit up Baltimore. Lamar gets sacked 7 times. He was back there holding on the ball too long. Me, in my opinion, Lamar Jackson be stat peddling. I don't care what nobody say. Ain't no way he had some record of the most passer rating or something like that. But ain't no way you can't sit there and tell me he sits back there and he goes for the deep bomb and trying to stat pad his stats instead of finding an open guy, trying to get open. Derrick Henry this past game, let's go to these numbers. So Kansas City did get the win, 30-27 against the Ravens. And I picked the Kansas City Chiefs from the gate. So I already knew how this game was going to go. Again, 37-20 was the final score. And then you had Lamar Jackson, 14-20, 147, a touchdown and interception. He got sacked 3 times. Derrick Henry only had 8 carries and 42 yards. You can't win a game like that. Derrick Henry needs at least 20 plus carries for the Ravens to win a game. Giving him 8 carries.
I mean, that goes on. If you look at the situation, they already down. They already down at that point. They already down big. So it's really no point of just running the football. Running the football not gonna get you anywhere. If you're down big, that forces you to throw the football. So you're gonna go away from the running game a lot. And plus, if they stopping it too at the beginning, like I say, I just think they were down so big. Running the ball is not gonna help. It's gonna run time off the clock too. And plus the defense, the Ravens defense just haven't showed up. It just haven't showed up. They weren't stopping them anyway. Even if they was trying running them football anyway, that's helping the Chiefs out. So by them being down immediately and not being close, I think that's why they went away from the running game. I think that's why they went away from the running game a lot.
Justice Hill, 3 carries, 76 yards, and he had a tub. Zay Flowers, 7 catches, 74 yards. Justice Hill, 5 catches, 47 yards. Mark Andrews, 7 catches, 30 yards. Bateman had a catch. Derrick Henry had 2 catches out the backfield. Tyron Wallace had a catch. On the Chiefs side, Mahomes, 25 of 37, 274 tubs. The running game, Kansas City not known for their running game, but they used it as like Baby Worthy was back, so that helped them out there. Pacheco, Kareem Hunt got involved. Xavier Worthy came back, 5 catches, 83 yards. Travis Kelce, 5 catches. So it looks like Mahomes did spread the ball around to him. To everybody's, but Mahomes gets the job done. But it looks like going to the injury list again. No Humphreys, no Nbuke. He's going to be out for the year. Roquan Smith, he's going to be out for a little bit. Still got D-Hop over there. What got to change for this Baltimore team going up against the Texans next week? Do you think Lamar plays? Did Lamar quit on his team on Sunday?
Bro, I don't think he did, bro. Like all that stuff. I disagree with all that. Talking about he quit and he stat pad. Like they've been in the game, like with the Lions game. Like he had to put up those numbers for them to even be close. I mean, when Derrick Henry fumbled the ball, that's when the game got out of hand, right there. That's when the game turned momentum. But like, you mean to tell me in a close game, he's doing that? I mean, Lamar Jackson has gotten better as a passer, has gotten better as an actual passer, bro. I remember his first year, you can make a case he couldn't. He really wasn't a great passer that much, but he has improved. I mean, again, the Ravens, the first game of the season, that's not stat padding. What he doing against the Bills, he had to do that. He had to do what he had to do. Zay Flowers, them having a great season. I mean, again, every quarterback needs some type of receivers, bro. Needs some type of receivers. So it's the receiver job to make your quarterback look good. It's your quarterback job to make your receivers look good. And like I said, I don't like when people say, "Oh, the receivers is why this quarterback look good," because every quarterback need receivers. Every quarterback needs some type of production at the receiver position. So I'll never bash a quarterback for like having weapons, because that's what you're supposed to do. That's what your organization's supposed to do. So I believe it's the defense. The defense have not stopped nobody the whole season. Like outside of the Browns, the defense have not stopped nobody throughout the whole season. The offense have been able to, and outside of this Chiefs game too. This Chiefs game, the offense wasn't good, but this defense wasn't good. This defense helped the Chiefs out, who was struggling on the offensive side of the ball. This defense have not been good.
So Anthony, you think Lamar holding on to the ball could be the problem?
It could be. I'm not taking no blame off Lamar Jackson. I'm just not gonna say. Every quarterback needs the weapons. Every quarterback, I say the same thing. Every quarterback needs the weapons. Every quarterback needs some type of weapons. Unless you this great ass quarterback like Patrick Mahomes that can get to the Super Bowl with some third stringers. But every quarter, even he can use weapons. He can use more weapons. That's why I won't bash a quarterback for saying the weapons help him out. Yes, the weapons help him out, but he also helped those weapons out by getting him the ball. And that's part of his playing style, him running the ball too. That's part of his playing style too. I can't take that away from him. I believe, like I said, he's a part of the blame. This defense is a huge issue. This defense is a huge issue this year and a huge disappointment.
Yeah, that's just some of the headlines going on right now. Also, Malik Neighbors is going to be out for the season. He did tore his ACL. Something has got to give in MetLife Stadium, and I'm not going to really go deep diving into it today. We'll make sure y'all tune back in on Friday for Passion and Precision, and that's going to be interesting because I'm going to go more in depth there. But we all know how MetLife Stadium is, and it's like purgatory for people getting injured. But Malik Neighbors, he's done for the year with a torn ACL. But on the bright side, Jackson Dart will be your new starter. And Jackson Dart came into town and had a little spark there. Got the Giants their first win. He gets his first win. What do you think about the Giants beating the Chargers and how Jackson Dart played?
I think Jackson Dart played pretty solid. I think he played pretty well, especially against an undefeated Chargers team coming in. I believe he played pretty well. I mean, you see he's very mobile against a very good defense like the Chargers that improved. He made plays when he needed to make plays. And this defense, that defense performed really well against Justin Herbert. So the Scottaboo has been solid, has been very good. But unfortunately, they got a win, but they also took a loss because of Malik Neighbors had went down. So it'll be interesting to see what weapons kind of step up in his favor.
Justin Herbert, 23 of 41, 203, a touchdown and 2 picks. Omarion Hampton finally gets going. 12 carries, 128 yards, and a touchdown. Quentin Johnston continues to have hands. I don't know what this man did over the summer, but he probably was like, I need to work on catching. He keeps continuing to get better each and every game. 8 catches, 98 yards, and a touchdown. Ladd McConkey only had one catch and 11 yards. They got. I know there's probably overshadowing a little bit because Keenan Allen's back, and then you got Johnston starting to catch now. So do you think Herbert's going to lean more away from McConkey now that Johnston and then Keenan Allen's back?
No, I think Ladd McConkey may be the best receiver on their team. He's the best receiver on their team and the best weapons. No, I don't think so.
All right. So then on the Giants side, we had Jackson Dart. He was 13 of 20, 111, and a touchdown. It looks like Russell Wilson came in only for like a little bit. He only had one catch. He only had one pass for 8 yards. Scatterboo, 25 carries, 79 yards. You had Jackson Dart with a rushing touchdown. I mean, he did pass the ball around for a little bit for them to win by 3, 21 to 18 was your final score there. We had the Minnesota game. We had the Vikings and the Steelers. Carson Wentz is still trash, by the way, 24-21. Pittsburgh did a tush push, y'all. Y'all saying the Eagles is the only one who does it, but no, it's meant for everybody. Just the Eagles just do it more efficiently. But Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers did a tush push. I mean, Aaron Rodgers didn't do the tush push. He sat there and watched while somebody else did the tush push, but it was successful. Rodgers, 18 of 22, 200 yards. He had a touchdown. Kenny Gainwell, former Eagles Super Bowl champion, 19 carries, 99 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Gainwell had himself a day yesterday. DJ Metcalf, 5 catches, 126, and a touchdown. And then Minnesota, again, Carson Wentz, 30 of 46. You let Carson Wentz throw for 46 times, 350, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Looks like Jordan Mason was the leading rusher. Justin Jefferson, 10 catches, 126. Jordan Addison returns, 4 catches, 114. And then Xavier Scott with the only touchdown. And then Naylor was the 2 touchdowns. Don't know how long J.J. McCarthy is going to be out for, but what do you do with the quarterback situation in Minnesota?
You go out and get another one, or let Carson Wentz ride. Pause, but let him start.
Bring Kirk Cousins back to Minnesota. He ain't doing nothing. He's just a backup. But they get it done over there in Dublin, and then Minnesota also has the London game and Sunday coming, so they are staying international and not coming home. Your Texans finally get a win, 26-0 over the Tennessee Titans. Now, people are saying, is Cam Ward a bust? Do you think Cam Ward's a bust, or is just his receivers can't catch for him?
I'm not going to answer that question. I'm not going to answer that question.
Why not?
No, can't. Why would I answer that? Why would I answer that type of question to man? How many games? It's 5 games in the NFL. Come on, man. We can't be doing all that.
His receivers just can't catch. I mean, he got a head coach that's not competent at the moment. So Tennessee still don't got no wins yet. But then the Commanders, they lose 27-34 to Atlanta. Atlanta better have won this game after they got their ass whipped 30-0. They had better have the redemption game. Michael Penix in this game, 20-26, 2 tubs and an interception, 313 yards. Bijan Robinson and Algier.
Interception that Cam Ward threw was a bad throw. It wasn't a good throw at all. But like I say, man, I'm not gonna say the man a bust, bro. I'm not gonna do all that. Got to get that man some time. They gotta clean some stuff up. They gotta get the roster. They gotta get a better roster than what they got, because I don't believe the roster is good. Is good at all. Like I say, I know everybody. The blame the coach got a lot of blame in that. But again, is the roster really actually good that we're looking at in Tennessee? Is the roster really this? Like I always say all the time, can we look at the roster sometime and see how really good the roster really look? I mean, it's a 2nd and 30. How you get beat by Nico Collins, L'Jarius Sneed? How you give up a 2nd and 30 to Nico Collins? A 2nd and 30, you get that flipped the game. That 2nd and 30 just flipped the whole momentum of the game, because it was 6-0 going into that. It was 6-0 right then and now. We had 2 holding penalties. We had 2 holding penalties to make it 2nd and 0. And L'Jarius Sneed decided to play up on Nico Collins and try to jam him. And all of a sudden you get beat off the line of scrimmage and you give up the 3rd, you give up the 1st down. And all of a sudden it was there. It was on from now. Tennessee Titans up to that defense played great up until that point. And then you give up that 3rd and 30, which was all L'Jarius Sneed fault. Giving up that 3rd and 30. That flipped the whole momentum of the game.
All right. Again, the Commanders get the dub against, not Commanders, the Falcons get the dub against the Commanders, 34-27. The Bills beat the Saints 31-19. I mean, it was competitive for a little bit. And then Josh Allen went to the 4th quarter and was like, all right, y'all, we gotta put him away. So Josh Allen put him away. All right, so Cam's not a bust. The Titans just he's in a particular spot, but again, I don't think he's a bust. It's just the team he has around him. Got the Eagles going up against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay always seem to have our number. 31-25 was the final score. AJ Brown, putting out his little tweets. What's going on with the Eagles offense, Donte?
I mean, they scored 31 points. They scored 31 points yesterday. I mean, like I say, y'all would know more about the offense than I would, but I mean, they scored 31 points yesterday. And 25 of them, you had 2 blown coverages. When the Baker Mayfield threw those 2 touchdown passes, one to Abuka and one to number 7. You had that blown coverage right there. But I think the Eagles, I think their offense was straight. They scored 31 points yesterday.
Are you worried about AJ Brown?
Worried about AJ Brown doing what?
Just saying, of course, everybody's frustrated because the Eagles offense is not what it should be or is looking like, or we're playing too conservative. He only had nine targets, but 2 catches for 7 yards yesterday. That an issue?
Is he? It could be an issue, yeah. Because you want to do whatever it takes. It is an issue. You want to do whatever it takes to get your best receiver the ball, to get him the ball. But at the same time, if you're gonna be crying and moaning about it, catch the ball when it comes in your hand, when it comes to you. Because that's what AJ Brown did several times. I mean, complain about the ball and then you decide to not catch the ball. Catch the ball when the ball comes to you. Make a play when the ball comes to you.
You know how Philly fans are, Vic.
But that is an issue.
Complain about something.
Yeah, it is an issue if you don't get your best wide receiver the ball. You got to find a way to get the ball in his hands. But you scored 31 points. I don't see the issue.
All right. Then we got the Lions and the Browns. Of course, the Lions is going to win this game 34-10. Patriots and the Panthers. The Patriots beat the brakes off the Panthers for 42-13. Looks like Drake May and that Patriots offense found a way to win that game, but it's Carolina. I mean, Carolina did beat Atlanta 30-0, but I already knew they wasn't going to do 30-0 on Patriots. Jaguars put the game off between the 49ers, 26-21. It looks like Brock Purdy's status is back up in the air again. He looks like he might have re-injured that turf toe. Then we got the Colts and the Rams. That was a good game. Looks like Mitchell pulled a D-Jack and did that fumble at the one. That hurt him a little bit because I think if that touchdown on the stand, they probably would have beat him. But Puka Nacua is a different monster. He might be a Triple Crown champion again. He might be a Triple Crown champion this year. But the Rams win 27-20. Chiefs beat the Rams, and then the Bears and the Raiders. This game right here, Lord Jesus, how bad do the Raiders stink?
They just find different ways to lose. The Raiders just a bad team, bad offensive line, bad pretty much everything. But they hung in there with the Bears. They was beating the Bears though. But for most of that game until the Bears caught on fire. So yeah, bad teams just find ways to lose. That's all.
And Caleb Williams. I mean, they're 2-2 right now. 2-game winning streak. How you think he's coming into his own now?
I mean, it's his second year. He's coming into his own. He's making smart decisions. He's moving up out of the pocket pretty well, making accurate throws. So, yeah. And then DeAndre Swift helping him with the run game. So, yeah, he's coming into his own.
And Geno, 3 interceptions. Did the Raiders think Geno was going to be better than AOC right now? I don't know what's going on with Geno and Pete Carroll, but hopefully they get things together. The Bears do have a bye week this week coming up. So, and then the game last night, Donte. We got the Dallas Cowboys going up against the Green Bay Packers. Micah Parsons returns to Dallas. And don't you know this game ended up in a tie? We stayed up all night to watch this game for 80 points to be scored in the game. For them to just tie 40 points. 40-40. Green Bay hits the tying field goal with 1 second left in overtime, which they could have lost because I don't know what Jordan Love was doing with 18 seconds left. I don't know what he thought. Maybe he can get a touchdown in between there with no timeouts. I don't know what he was thinking. But talk about this game last night. In my opinion, both defenses wasn't doing nothing. You get 40 points a game. But I give Dak credit. He was playing pretty well. He didn't turn over the ball. He did what he did. And the defense couldn't cover a soul. Talk about last night's game.
I mean, hey, Dak Prescott played pretty well, man. I think he played awesome. I mean, that throw that he made, that Tolbert caught, that was crazy right there. He made some key throws. He settled down in the game. Green Bay defense was dominant until that game last night. They were doing a lot of double team blocking on Michael Parsons. When you see the running back would chip him or stay home and not let him get to Dak Prescott. I thought the Cowboys offensive line did solid, and I thought both offense was good. Romeo Doubs, 3 touchdowns. One of them on Bland. Bland been getting faded up a lot, been getting beat a lot, but other than that, man, no defense came to show up, but the offense was actually good, man. George Pickens came alive in the game. He came alive, made some key plays. Yup, the offenses was good, but the defenses they were not so good.
Yeah, I don't have nothing bad to say about Dak. He did what he did to put his team in front to try to win it. That blocked field goal, what actually did it for them. Them going up the way they did, hit the 2, they run it all the way back to 2 points. Yeah, the defenses sold them out. And again, if Green Bay would have lost, because 18 to 20 seconds left, no timeouts. Y'all need a field goal. You trying to go for one more play. That could have been disastrous because he threw it, and as soon as it touched somebody's hand and went out of bounds, the clock was at 1. Everybody in Dallas was like, what's the clock guy name? Where he at? We got to find him because ain't no way it should have been 1 second left for them to score. But Michael Parsons did get a sack towards the end of the game. He saved that tackle for Dak because if he didn't stop Dak, that would have a touchdown. So they did credit Dak with the sack. He did get one last night, but moving forward from Dallas, what do you see from this Dallas team? Right now they're the number 1 offense, but their defense is ranked 32. What do you do with that?
Well, they defense got to improve. Their secondary has to improve. They have to get more pressure on the quarterback. That's the problem. That's one of the problems why Jordan Love had opportunities to throw the football. Secondary got to be better. They can't stop the run. So some of the same stuff that they had last year, problem on defense, they have a problem this year. They have even a worse problem. But you got Pickens, and it depends on how long CeeDee Lamb is out. Javonte Williams been giving you some production on the offensive side of the football. Tolbert has been making plays, so your offense is competent, but your defense cannot just stop anybody.
What's going on, Burn? He said the Jaguars beat the Niners. I was shocked. I ain't gonna lie, my pick'ems is all screwed up this week. Previewing this game, we got the Jets in Miami. I think I picked the Jets this game. Did you pick the Jets too? Or you picked you picked Miami, and then we'll go Denver beating the Broncos. A lot of folks want Jake Browning don't want him there, but who you getting then? Who you gonna get if you don't want Jake Browning? Who you gonna now get? Cincinnati. Y'all got money like that? Y'all got money to get a quarterback? All right. One more thing before we get into your list this week. Rex Ryan thinks that Shedeur Sanders should play. What do you think should that quarterback situation should be in Cleveland right now?
I don't think it's good. I'm gonna give it a little bit more time. I don't think the quarterback situation is good. I think Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders I think both is gonna play this year. I think both is gonna have an opportunity to play this year. That's my both. I think both of them. I think their defense is gonna do enough to keep them in a lot of games, but I don't think the offense will be good enough to win any type of games.
Yeah, New York get rid of that turf. What, Russ to Cincinnati, Vic? Oh, if Russ want to go to Cincinnati, I mean, I don't know. It would be weird. That'll be kind of sort of interesting. Russ in Cincinnati. It's cold over there. But I mean, he'll be running for his life with that O-line. Be running for his life with that offensive line. Anything else? Nope. So, all right, y'all. We are getting into the coach's list here. Hold on 1 second. Coach got a little video.
Hey, I like that. They go to coach's list right there. So somebody may surprise you. Somebody may surprise you in the order that they in. But like I say, hey, it was some key players that stepped up this weekend. All right. Key players that stepped up this weekend. So this time we got 6 of them. We don't got 5. We got 6 of them this time. So this going to be a very good list. Y'all may probably be surprised who I got number 1, or y'all maybe probably don't got I got some surprise who's gonna be number one, but y'all definitely will see this list. So we got number 6. We got Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston.
Hold up, there we go.
Aaliyah Boston, number 6, 24 points, 14 rebounds. She's a beast inside, and that's a great series, man. 2-2 aces in the Indiana Fever. That's a great series right there that's going on. She had a big game last game and helping them getting a 7-point victory. Pretty much, she has been a really good franchise player for the Indiana Fever. So she gets number 6 on this list, and this is her first time being on this list. Number 5, I don't believe this is her first time on the list. We got Alyssa Thomas. I mean, this is the point guard right here. The point guard of the WNBA. You know how you used to call CP3 the point guard of the NBA? This is the point guard of the WNBA right here. They up 3-1 over the best team in the WNBA right now. Now, Vissa Collier is out, but they were already kicking their behind when Vissa Collier was even in the fold. Alyssa Thomas, 23 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists. Look at that stat. Look at those stats right there. Those stats look good. And again, they are 1 game away from the W.
No, they know 1 game they is going. They beat.
It stopped at 3. It stopped at 3.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it was 7. Okay.
No, that's the finals of 7.
Okay, congratulations to them. They're in the WNBA finals, and hey, AT may finna get a first. This will be her first championship if she win it. Okay, yep. She deserves it. She deserves it because she's balling out. So we got
Barner already got 2 with the Mercury.
Dang, in her early years, when she got 2. So we got number 4. People don't talk about this kid as much as they should be, but Georgia Tech is having a great season, man. And this kid, Hayes King, has been balling out, man. What a win that they had. I believe it was over Wake Forest, 30-29. Hayes King, 28 for 42, 243 yards, 1 touchdown in the air, and you have 2 touchdowns on the ground, 21 carries, 106 yards. Shout out to Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech hasn't been good in a while, but Hayes King has changed that program. Number 3, this is going to surprise you. No, the numbers don't jump out at you, but last night he was good, man. He had a blur. Against a head top over, what's our boy name? Deron Bland.
Mm-hmm.
He's for 58, 3 touchdowns. He was the focal point. He was the number 1 receiver last night, and he got the little Jimmy hat on. He got the little Jimmy hat on too.
He got the Guardian cap.
He got the Jimmy hat on. Romeo Dobbs absolutely cooked Deron Bland or whoever was guarding him last night. Number 2, if it wasn't for a certain person, that's going to come up number 1. You got Patty Mahomes. Patty Mahomes had I think the Ravens defense helped the Chiefs offense get back together. We was like, where this Chiefs offense was. Now you found it because of the Ravens decide not to wake up on defense and haven't woke up all season outside of the Browns game pretty much. You have 25 for 37, 270 yards, 4 touchdowns for Patty Mahomes. And it's good to see my guy Xavier Worthy back. Number 1, we have Makai Lemon. What a game this man had. Even though they lost this game by a field goal, but 11 catches, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's insane right there. So shout out to him. He is the champion of the Coach Donte list. And shout out to everybody that ended up on the Coach Donte list. We will have plenty more probably next weekend.
Donte had to do an honorable mention. He was like, I got to do 6. Like, I got to do 6. But no, I watched Hayes King when they played Colorado. And Colorado can't cover a soul with their defense. And he lit them up rushing. It wasn't even throwing. He lit them up rushing and throwing. So yeah, Hayes King. Watch out for Hayes King over there in Georgia Tech. Speaking of, let's segue here into the WNBA. Last night we had the Mercury and the Lynx. It was Burns said, no Puka, that man hit 100 yards in the first half.
Not this week, Burn. Gotta show love to some WNBA. Gotta show love to them. Hayes King. Gotta show love to Georgia Tech. And then Makai Lemon. And then you had Patrick Mahomes getting woke up. Not this week.
All right, so we in the WNBA semifinals, and this only goes up to 5. So the best of the 3. You win 3 games, you're moving on to the next round. So we got the Aces and the Fever. The Fever pulled it out 90-83, tying the series up against them Las Vegas Aces. And again, for the Aces, Asia West is going to do her thing. The reigning, defending MVP, 31 points, 14 of 24 from the field, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Yeah, Chelsea Gray was 16, Jackie Young with 18. That's really all that played. Everybody else was in single digits. But then we had Indiana Fever. We had Aaliyah Boston, 24 points. Odyssey Sims stepped up with 18 points. Kelsey Mitchell is going to be Kelsey Mitchell things and do 25 points. Talk about this game. How important was it for the Fever to come back to tie the series up?
No, it's important. I mean, you're going up against a great Aces team. That's important. Now, I think you're still going to lose this series. I think the Aces still going to win and go to the WNBA Finals, and they will beat the Phoenix. They will beat the Phoenix Mercury, I believe. So in that, but other than that, Whatchcall is a great player, man. Kelsey Mitchell, she's a great player. She's a bucket getter. What she remind me of when you play one-on-one against her? She remind me of a James Harden. She's a left-handed James Harden. Like when you play Kelsey Mitchell one-on-one, it's just kind of like playing a Rika Ogunbowale one-on-one, just not doubling her and just getting eaten alive the whole game. But Kelsey Mitchell with that left-handed jump shot and go get into the rim and her being able to shoot step backs, she's very good, man. And all this without Caitlin Clark being on the floor. They made it to the semifinals and 1 game away to going to the finals. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a good game. That game comes on tomorrow, 9:30 start time. I'll be watching because I ain't got nothing else better to do. Then we got the final game in the other series against the Minnesota Lynx and the Mercury. Again, no Nafisa Collier because she looks like she fractured her ankle. She was in a scooter, and then Dejanay Carrington, she was in a scooter as well with her foot. So they definitely was missing them too. But the Phoenix Mercury pulled it out 86-81, winning the series over the Lynx, who I had them going to the finals. But after Nafisa Collier went out in game 4, or wasn't going to play game 4, and Cheryl, their coach, wasn't suspended because she got teed up because of what happened to Nafisa Collier. Thought that should have been a foul, but it wasn't. It was a bang play. I mean, it should have been an offensive foul on Alyssa Thomas. They didn't call it. That's why Cheryl was all upset. She was about to go in on the refs, but she got suspended for it. So you had no head coach and one of your best players on that team. Talk about the Mercury beating the Lynx.
I mean, that's a huge series win for them. I mean, again, the Mercury, the Minnesota Lynx look unbeatable all season long. And it came down to a timely bad injury, man. And unfortunately, I hate that when it comes down. Like, and then you're going to have people say, oh, Nafisa Collier wasn't playing. But at the end of the day, like I say, man.
They still had, in my opinion, enough.
They still had enough. No, but you don't want the worst thing is to beat a team without their best player. That's probably the worst thing because you're gonna have to hear that. You're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to hear that. You're gonna have to hear it. Oh, it was no Nafisa Collier. She couldn't play at all, and like I don't want to take no credit. I'm not taking no credit away from no Phoenix Mercury. They played well. They played great. They got great players on that team too. Even with Nafisa Collier on that team, it still was a series. They still won 1 game. They still won a game with Nafisa Collier playing basketball. So. At the end of the day, was it 2 games when Nafisa Collier was playing? They won? Yeah. They still got 2 games. They still got 2 games up out of that. So at the end of the day, you got the point guard, Alyssa Thomas. You got Satu Sabali, who's an all-star type player when she plays. You got Kalia Copper, who's a WNBA champion already. You got some ball players on that team. You got some ball players on that team.
You got Barner coming off the bench.
Luana Barner coming off the bench, who's already a 2-time champion, 2-time WNBA champion in her early years with the Phoenix Mercury. So you got some ball players on that team. That ain't no slot. And it's good to see those two go to the finals. Go to the finals.
I know Kyle missing both of them on the Connecticut team, especially Alyssa Thomas. But yeah, I something said that the Mercury is going to be a sleeper in this playoff, because I knew once Kalia Copper got her groove, beginning of the season she was hurt and she finally got her groove together. I kind of knew, the Mercury was kind of going to sneak their way in there, and sure enough, they did. They definitely snuck their way in there. But Courtney Williams lived and died by the 3 last night, and that will get you living and dying by the 3. She had 20 points. She was 9 from 22, 2 of 6 from the field. Kayla McBride had a career playoff high of 31 points. She was 6 from 11 from the 3. Y'all be sleeping on Kayla McBride now. She can ball. Kayla McBride can ball, and you had Alyssa Smith, who was the co-defensive player of the year. She only had 8 points. Shepard had 14. So you really didn't get nothing from Heineman off the bench. Nobody really off the bench was scoring but McBride and Courtney Williams, and you had Shepard. So you got two your co-stars trying to win this game and pull it out. It just wasn't enough. Just shots was falling for the Mercury. Devonna Bonner came in and hit some clutch 3-pointers that just put them over. But the Mercury will await the winner of the Fever and the Aces. You picking the Aces to beat the Fever?
Yep.
Aces and the Mercury might be an interesting series. Now, what if the Fever can knock off the Aces? This would be an interesting
yeah. I mean, it'll be interesting finals. It'll be interesting finals. Then if they do, then like I say, I'm gonna take Phoenix. I'm gonna take Phoenix to win the finals.
Do you think they rush Caitlin Clark back if they hit the finals? Do you think
No, she got to be 100% healthy. You made it without her. Why you can't finish it? If she's not healthy, why you can't finish it without her? You made it without her. You good enough. You don't need to rush her back. You good.
But I wouldn't. I would, if they do make it. I don't see why she probably will want to try. If she do, I would bring her from off the bench. I wouldn't start her.
If she plays and she struggles, then you don't want fans to come out and say, "Hey, she was the reason why we lost. She was the reason why we lost the series because she shouldn't have been out there playing. You already made it without her. Why not? Why just do that? If she's healthy, then yeah, you could play her. You could play her. She's still winning the championship anyway. If you win, she still gets the championship. She's already a WNBA champion. So keep everything going. Keep everything going. When she gets healthy, then you put her back out there.
NBA is starting up. Preseason is kicking up. Media days have happened. We got Durant, your guy in Houston, is signing an extension already with the Rockets. Giannis said he's set on winning a second title with the Bucks or somewhere else. Do you see Giannis going anywhere, or he's staying put?
If he say he gonna go somewhere else, then I believe him. If I say he would go somewhere else, yeah, I will believe him. If he say he's going somewhere else, I'll be tired too. I'll be tired too. If I'm him, I'll be tired too. Yeah.
Looks like Jason Tatum is back to practicing. He's dribbling the ball, moving around. He said no pressure. He's not rushing back. Al Horford gets signed to the Golden State Warriors. Think about Al Horford going to the Bay.
It's gonna be a good. He's a solid big, and he's gonna stretch the floor for the Warriors pretty well.
All right, and we all know what's going on in Philadelphia. Don't know when Joel's gonna play. Don't know when PG gonna start. You already know it's whenever.
Y'all get him good. Get some trading cameo.
Whatever. Jeremy King he tore his UCL and his thumb. He's not going to be playing. Philly's just cursed. We're just cursed all over.
Hey, y'all see Keith trying to remember avoid that.
Before you even ask, I'm just hitting it out there. Yeah, we stink. Already. It is what it is. It is what it is. Don't know when nobody playing. He's only available on 2K. Hell, he might not even be available on air.
Hey, Jerry McCain out too?
Yeah, Jerry McCain out.
It's not funny, but y'all can't even make us a training camp when I get
We
y'all.
can't even get the training camp.
Y'all third overall pick immediately gets hurt. That's great.
You gotta laugh to keep from crying, yo.
I gotta do it. It's just the way it's happening, though. It's just the way it's happening. That's crazy.
Oh, Jason Tatum got braids now. Let me find out. Yeah, you gotta laugh to keep from crying. Bruce Brown returned with the Nuggets, which I think the Nuggets, that was a big pickup for them. And so yeah, I'm excited to see what the basketball is going on. Just not the Sixers basketball, but what do you think about Zion losing weight?
Everybody been asking him to lose some of that weight. So only thing he need to do is just stay healthy. You can lose the weight, but just stay on the court. You stay on the court. You play. You're an all-star. You stay on the court. You're an all-star. If you're not on the court, then hey, people gonna continue to say you're a bust. Even though I don't think he's a bust. I think when he's on the court, he's a 25 point. He's a 20 to 23 point game scorer, just like Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin was never on the floor. He was always productive when he played, but the problem is he was never on the floor. And I think that's what Zion got to do. He got to stay on the floor.
Luka lost the weight. What's going on, BLSG? Luka lost the weight. Let's definitely see what Zion going to do. This is his contract year, and Brett had put something in the chat, which was very, very interesting about his contract. Pretty much, he's playing for his money. Pretty much. The more games he plays, the more money he's going to get. If you don't play a certain amount of games, he only gets this much, his contract's not guaranteed. So, it took him all this time for him to stop eating the gumbo and the beignets down there in NOLA and the crawfish. It took him all that to want to lose the weight and everything. But we'll see what's going on. Again, I'm not looking forward to watching basketball in my city, but to see other teams, I'm excited. Plus, it'll be Coach Key time soon, so I got to be with the little guys soon. But you already know how it is. MLB, it's September, October's hitting up, Red October, and we got some matchups here, Donte. So we got tomorrow is the games, the wild card round start. Got the Tigers and the Guardians. Who you got in this series?
Said the Tigers and the who?
Guardians.
Guardians are hot right now. I'm taking the Guardians. The hottest team in baseball always find a way to pull some magic. So I'm going with the Guardians.
Yeah, you only got to win 2. So could be a 2-game. Is it going to be a 2-game sweep or they go all 3?
I think it's go out 3. I think this go out 3.
All right, and we got the Cubs and the Padres.
Ooh, the Padres can be dangerous though. I'm gonna go Padres.
Sweep or they get a gentleman sweep?
I think it's close. I think it's 1-1. I think it's 2-1.
Here's the series. I think it's good for all of baseball. The Red Sox is back in the postseason with the Yankees. Who wins this series?
I flip a coin because I think the Red Sox is my wild card team, so I just flip a coin. Tails is gonna be Red Sox and heads is gonna be Yankees.
He asking Siri.
We take tails. We take Red Sox.
All right, and then you got the Reds and the Dodgers. If the Reds beat the Dodgers, I'm gonna laugh. But I got LA in this game.
I'm gonna go with the LA. I'm gonna go with the Dodgers too. I'm taking Dodgers.
Time for Aaron Judge to become the strikeout king. Talk about the Mets. The Mets spend all this money on players for them to miss the playoffs. Is this a bust year for the Mets?
Hell yeah! You don't just add no damn Juan Soto and think you and don't make it. Hell yeah! You can't get away with that. Their pitching have been atrocious all year. And they players haven't been able to hit in certain spots. Hell yeah, this is a bust year. All that money you spend, and then you add Juan Soto. Yeah, you don't get no pass for that. Then you left the Yankees and went to the other New York team, and you still didn't make the playoffs.
He did. All he did was go down the street. All he did was go down the street.
All you did is go across the street. That's it. That's all you did. The worst team.
You went from pinstripes to red and to orange and blue.
Mm-hmm.
Should have stayed with the Yankees. And then I think Pete Alonso's out. I don't think he's coming back. So now you gotta find Pete Alonso. But Steve Kerwin up there, his pockets is deep. He'll pay some money for somebody. You think they should get some more pitching? What's up with the Mets? What has
they need more pitching, but it's also timely hitting. You added Jose Siri. Who's not good at all. Mauricio hasn't been hitting for him. You need pitching though. You do need pitching.
All right, and then as you get past the later rounds, and then whoever wins against the Tigers and the Guardians will go up against the Mariners. White Sox and Yankees, the winner gets the Blue Jays. Talk about the Mariners and the Blue Jays getting the first and second round bye. How did they flip and turn their series around? The Mariners usually, last couple years you haven't seen them in the postseason. The same for the Blue Jays. What turned their seasons around this year?
They pitching and they hitting. Kyle Raleigh literally damn near carried the goddamn Seattle Mariners, and Julio Rodriguez is just a stud. So yeah, they pitching, and George Springer definitely helped out. Alejandro Kirk is one of the best hitting catchers in the game. You have Vlad Guerrero, who's a top tier player in the game, and they pitching has been really good. And speaking of a score update, you have Darren Waller just blurred Sauce Gardner to make it 10-0.
Oh Lord, not Darren. I want to be a rapper. Waller.
Yep.
Coming out of retirement. Oh boy.
Caught a touchdown on Sauce.
And then speaking of football, looks like Bad Bunny is going to be your Super Bowl halftime show. A lot of people aren't happy about that, only because Bad Bunny is a Latin star, and half his music, well, not half, majority of his music is in Spanish, and some people ain't too happy about Bad Bunny. So yeah, that's what's going on. Baseball wise, and then on the NL side, you got the Phillies and the Brewers. Talk about the Phillies and the Brewers. The Brewers 1 and 2 round seeds. What about them two teams? How did they get here?
The Phillies definitely got a great pitching staff. I like their pitching. They hit in it sometime, and they turned it on, but their pitching has really, really been solid for them. And the Brewers, we forgot they came out that All-Star break on like a 14-game winning streak. They very good in hitting. They very good in pitching. They got some great players on that team and some very good young players on their team. So yeah, I think but I like the Brewers. I actually like the Brewers.
So they get the Padres Cubs winner, and then the Phillies get the Dodgers Reds. And whoever wins that series, they already announced that Christopher Sanchez will be on the mound for the Phillies. No Wheels in this series because he had a season-ending surgery. So no Wheels. So we'll see what he can do without Wheels. Got Duran, the closer. So that place is going to be rocking. Citizens Bank Park is going to be rocking when his entrance comes out. So interesting to see how baseball is. So getting into some college football, we seen some upsets last week. We seen some whoopings. But talk about Penn State up in Oregon, a whiteout game. Is it time to move on from Franklin, Donte?
You could make a case for it. You could say, I know people tired of James Franklin, but again, I'm gonna say it again. That's from playing that cupcake schedule that you played. So again, when you don't play a lot of tough teams, when you don't play tough teams in that 3-game sketch, and you playing guys like teams like who they play, Villanova and all of those teams, you're not even battle tested to go in to conference play and when you play a very good team like Oregon. So again, I believe James need to be fired though. I'm a big advocate. He could be fired, but again, you got to get yourself prepared for stiffer competition though. You got to play a stiff schedule. I believe that have something to do with it. So you're not much prepared when you play tougher competition, and your quarterback out there throwing interceptions and making mistakes and stuff like that. Yeah, you got to make your the regular season schedule tougher.
Virginia goes up on Friday. This was Friday night. 2 overtimes to beat Florida State 46-38. That was a good game there. Ohio State took care of Washington 24-6. Ole Miss takes care of LSU 24-19. Alabama upsets Georgia. Was that the game for you?
Oh, Alabama upset in Georgia. That I think Alabama could won that game. They could have won that game. I don't know how much of an upset I would call it, but the rankings make it an upset. But Alabama known to have a great defense. They just known to have a solid defense and solid NFL players. So it's no surprise that they went in there and beat Georgia. That was a great win for Alabama.
Georgia Tech beat Wake Forest 30-29 in overtime. Vanderbilt 55-35. Is it time to watch out for Vandy as much as they've been in the doghouse? They're 5-0 right now.
Yep, but I gotta wait. When they play stiffer competition, you'll know more about them.
You had USC and Illinois. USC could have won this game. I feel like if they would have ran a little bit more time off the clock and then punched it in, and then they wouldn't have left time for Illinois. But they defense couldn't cover a soul either. So Illinois won that game 34-32. Notre Dame beat the brakes off of Arkansas 56-13, and then of course BYU beats Colorado by 3. 24-21, and then again, Colorado still can't cover nobody. Their defense is still trash. Moving on so we got the rankings for this week. So it looks like Ohio State, Oregon, Miami, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, number 5, Texas A&M 6, Penn State drops to 7. Illinois is 8. Your Longhorns is 9. Alabama's 10. Texas Tech is 11. Georgia all the way down 7 spots to number 12. LSU dropped to 13. You got the Iowa State. You got Iowa State, Tennessee at 15. Vandy 16. Georgia Tech 17. LSU got Florida State 18. Mizzou 19, Michigan 20, Notre Dame 21, Illinois 22, BYU is 23, Virginia 24, and then Arizona is State is 25. So that's your week 6. So let's pick some of these games again. I'm not going down all of the slate for week 7, just seeing what the rankings are. We got Texas A&M and Florida. South Carolina LSU could be a good game. Who you got winning that?
South Carolina LSU. I like LSU.
Kyle says, remember when FSU beat Bama a few weeks ago and they were ranked lower? Yes. Let's see. Ohio State and Illinois. That could be a good game. Illinois 4-1. You got Ohio State number 1. Who you got?
I'm taking Ohio State.
We got the battle of the 5-0s. We got Indiana going up against Oregon.
What are they playing at?
I believe they're in Oregon.
Give me Oregon.
Texas and Oklahoma.
Give me Texas.
See, Penn State playing Northwestern. Iowa State playing Colorado. Tennessee and Arkansas. Georgia Tech versus Virginia Tech.
Virginia, give me Georgia Tech. They hot.
Michigan, USC.
Give me Michigan.
That was really some of the games here that's ranked games. You got Georgia and Auburn. Georgia might come back and redeem themselves from losing there. But I think we covered everything today, y'all. Don't want to take up too much of y'all time. I know it's both football games are on today. But appreciate y'all for rocking with us again. We are on the Wire to Wire pod. We are on the network side for Wire to Wire. So if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you do. You get to catch all of the great shows we have on the network here, down to the morning show, which Coach is on Wednesdays, down to me, Kyler, and Jory. We're on Fridays, Passion and Precision. So make sure y'all tune into that. But anything else you gotta say before we get on out of here? Anybody you gotta pull on the grill, you gotta rant about, anybody that comes to mind this week?
Nah, I ain't putting nobody on the grill. I don't, like I said, I grew up out of that, like all that yelling and stuff and all that going crazy. Unless it's necessary for me to, I would, but nah.
All right, y'all. We appreciate y'all. We'll be back next week. Go over this week's games, talk about NFL, what's going on, see if Baltimore can redeem themselves. But if not, of course, we're going to talk about them again. But we'll see y'all. Make sure y'all come on back. Check out if y'all don't know all the shows that's on the network, stay tuned. Check this out. But we'll be back, y'all. Love, peace, and hair grease. Y'all enjoy y'all night and evening. Enjoy the rest of the games.